Hi everyone, Lee Goldstein for 10-Minute Trades, and let's talk about this week's best trade of the week. One of the most difficult events in the history of our trading room. One of the reasons that CPI has been difficult to trade is because it's a very volatile event. We've tried reversal trades, we've tried trading after the news, we tried trading exactly at the news. Well, we had what we felt were very good setups for this week and setups to avoid. We had a bond setup that we liked, trading ZF, but the problem is some prop accounts don't allow bond trading. So we also needed an alternative to bonds for our prop traders. And we liked our YM breakout. The ES looked good also, the MES, because margins also were raised by the brokers on the CPI report. So we had three setups: bond ZF, MES breakout, and the YM breakout. YM was the main one that we recommended and that we liked the best. And at the time of the news, the YM has an incredibly beautiful explosion. You can see it on the left. Awesome profit, over $800 in profit. And bonds also had a fantastic move and got caught, however, by the bracket being too small. This trade would have been very difficult to save for bonds because the bracket would have had to have been 15 ticks, and in most other CPI reports you'd be leaving much of your profit in the bracket. And the MES needed a large bracket as well, because what happened is price shot down before it shot up. So even though on a 1-minute chart it looks like a great profitable move, the smaller, less risky reports, or instruments I should say, they did not work. But our YM trade, which burst with very little pullback, one direction trade, had a huge profit. Most members who traded the YM with us had an excellent profit. Folks that lost small because they were trading MES, which is a micro, and bonds also. Most people were trading small and the least risky bond, which is ZF. So the best trade of the week was a nice winner, CPI. But a trade can be imperfect. There can be more than one way to trade it. So you try to make the recommendation that has the best history of profits. That's why we went with the YM. It looked best over the most recent time frames of the CPI report. So most members very happy. CPI is our best trade of the week. It brought most everyone an excellent profit. But full transparency, life isn't perfect always in the trading game, and sometimes a move in one direction before the real move takes place can take away some of your profits or not work at all. But once again, still CPI, best trade of the week with an awesome YM profit. But great lessons to learn, and going forward we tweak our setups, make brackets bigger when we can, and that gives you a profitable trade and setup the next time around. Lee Goldstein for 10-Minute Trades. I hope you enjoyed this video. Best trades of the week.